Hey, everybody. Welcome to another week of Talk Fort Dodge with Todd and Jeremiah. Today, it's just going to be the two of us, and we want to talk about service and what you should expect from a real estate agent, just service in general. So Jeremiah has a story he wants to tell, so go ahead.
It's, everybody always says it's sales, just like selling cars or selling textbooks, selling whatever you sell. And I'll be the first one to say that I'm probably the worst salesperson in the entire world because I talk more people out of buying houses than actually buying houses.
Amen.
So, but it was about 1 year into real estate, and my wife and I would watch Shark Tank, very popular show. Everyone knows Shark Tank.
Oh, yeah.
And all of them are super successful and super awesome. And Barbara was a real estate guru, right? Is a real estate person. And we're watching it one day, and all of a sudden Barbara goes, well, it took me about 10 years to figure it out, but once I figured out that real estate was a service industry, I really broke through. And I was like, what? I looked at my wife, and I was like, it took Barbara, who's like a genius, a shark, 10 years to figure that out.
Yeah.
I mean, it's always been service. You treat somebody good, you do what they need. And, a lot of people don't realize that in the long term, we get paid on commissions. It's no secret. So we get paid like a salesperson. But when you give somebody great service, what really happens is you get them less commissions. That's fine, because then you're going to work with their families, or you're going to work with them again in the future. People on average sell their house every 5 to 7 years. So
yeah. Oh yeah, you're giving great service so you can continue to work with that person over and over again, year after year, work with their family, work with their friends, let them know that you need to talk to Todd, or you need to talk to Jeremiah, or you need to talk to whoever, because they're going to take care of you and they're going to look out for you first. And it's not about the money. It's not about the commissions. It's about building a relationship. And that can sometimes be hard to build with people. And you get some people that it's all about the sale. It's all about, hey, come in here, and 5 seconds into the house, say, hey, you want to just do something now? Verbal offer. Let's just put something together. What are you thinking? How much should we offer? And it's not about that. It's about, I want to find you the right home on your timeline, on your budget. And if I have to show you 75 houses, I will show you 75 houses. I don't mind doing that, because I want you to be happy with what you ended up with in the long run. It's not about me, it's about you.
So Todd, what's your background in service? Because you've had a lot of different jobs over the years.
I have. I worked at the prison for years. We've talked about that in our first episode, which really isn't such a service industry, but it really is taking care of them to help them take care of themselves. So it started out with that. And when I left the prison,
There's probably a respect level that you want to build too.
Oh, definitely. If they know you're looking out for them, they'll look out for you. And you want to have that when you're working in a prison. It's just no secret. You want everybody looking out for you. And then, we moved into the restaurant type business, Shiny Top, Fort Frenzy. All of them have 100% due to service. And I learned early on at Fort Frenzy that you have to hit that out of the park. I mean, we started out, I poured my heart and soul into this facility, got all the financing, put everything together. And I'm reading these things on Facebook about how we did a terrible job at this, we did a terrible job at that. And I realized really quick that it is about service. And I've tried to preach that into people. It's hard to teach that. You have to find people that understand service and understand what that is. But once we got that down, the negative reviews started going away. People understood what we were doing. It started to grow. And then, of course, I started Shiny Top with I'm going to call him my little brother, but he's bigger than me. But Nate. And Nate had spent years at Fairway in the meat department doing exactly what that was, service, taking care of customers, taking care of what needed to be taken care of. And he taught me a lot about what it is to take care of your clients, what it is to take care of your customers. And, people coming in day after day or every week, just doing that stuff. And it became customer service. And then a few years ago now, when I started real estate, I knew what this was all about. It's all about taking care of people. And that's what I've always wanted to do. And you're the same way. So how did you get into service, and what got you started in this industry? And,
well, I grew up in the restaurant business. You know, my dad, restaurant guy, and that's all I knew. And I learned from a very young age that when there's a negative, and you hear more about the negatives than you do the positives when you're in the restaurant. You know, people love, well, I shouldn't say that, but you know when a steak is overcooked, they're going to tell you, you know, and you almost know all the bad that has happened in the restaurant and maybe fewer of the positives. But what I've always perceived service to be is the fact that when you hear that negative, what can I do to fix it and make it right? And that comes to reading the situation, because I don't believe like in the restaurant, like everybody wanted a free steak. You know, you can say, oh, well, we'll just lose our butts and give them $20 or this or that. You know, some people are like, you know what, I just wish it was medium, but you know, I still love it. I don't, and you just give them a free drink and they are so happy and they're going to be back again next Friday.
And a lot of them, if they get out to, you know, hey, you know, I found out last week you had your steak was overcooked, and, you know, come back in, let us make it right. And you don't even give it to them for free. I mean, just come in, give us another chance. And, you know, even in real estate, I've dropped the ball a couple of times. And one of the most frustrating things is when you see somebody sold their house or bought a house with another realtor. And, you know, there's some people that get mad. And if that happens to me, I don't get mad because it's my fault. I didn't give that person the service they needed. And, you know, there's nothing you can do about it. It just is what it is. Yeah.
Yeah. Service is everything. And I'll keep going back and forth. Like, and that I'm like stuttering everywhere. I will say Jim Kesterson has been amazing to work with, because the first week I was in here, he said to me, real estate problems fester. So if you ever have a problem, you have to head it on right away, because if you ignore your phone calls, you don't do this, you don't do that, it's going to turn into this big, huge problem. And more people are going to get involved than the attorneys and the lender. And now we don't know if we're going to close. And this thing.
What if Peter just made that phone call a week ago? It would have been taken care of.
If we would have called the plumber last week, the whole thing would have been done. It would have cost $150, and buyer seller half. You know, I'm just making that up. But we do. We have liens and judgments, and we have issues, and you know, we have to hit them head on.
Yep, we have to take care of them as they come up. And you mentioned another one about service that Jim really, really harps on, and that is answer your phone. And you know who I'm thinking about when I say answer your phone. Answer your phone. I mean, if I'm in a listing and somebody calls on their cell, you know, hey, I can't talk right now. I'll call you as soon as I can, and I call them back in 10 minutes. If I can walk away from a situation, say, hey, I'm going to grab my phone real quick, you know, or if I'm on the phone with somebody and they don't want to, you know, hey, can you hold on? I'm going to put you on hold for 10 seconds and, you know, just answer it quick and say, hey, this is what I'm trying to do. Answering your phone is a huge deal in this industry. And if you can't answer your phone, calling them back in a timely manner to say, hey, you know what? I care about you. You're important to me, and calling them back. And just so everybody knows.
It's very important.
Yep. Jim harps on us every week. Answer your phone, answer your phone, answer your phone, because that's how you're going to get the furthest in this industry.
Yep. And just treat people the way you want to be treated. I mean, that's my definition of service as well.
The golden rule.
You know, and nobody's perfect. And go back to the restaurant business. Not every single plate is going to be perfect. Do we thrive for that? Yes. Do we want that to happen? So it's the same with real estate. Is everything going to happen? No. I just had a lien pop up the day before the closing, and it's screwing a lot of things up. But you know what? We're hitting it on. We talking to who we need to talk to, and it's going to close. But gosh darn, just you never know what's going to hit, and you just got to stay ahead of the game.
Yep. I hate telling this story because it was my screw up, but I got a phone call the other day from a client that said, hey, my garbage disposal doesn't work. Do you have the number for that home warranty place? I'm like, oh my gosh, I dropped the ball. So I called the home warranty place. There was nothing I could do about the garbage disposal. So I sent a check off today for $230 for a garbage disposal because it was my problem. And that's how you give people service. that they deserve is if you forget something, it's your fault. You take care of it. You don't argue. And she's already referred me another customer. So just taking care of that. You know what? You dropped the ball, but you took care of it. And that's how you take care of people. And that's how you get return clients and you get leads and referrals. And it's a fun industry. And I know that as far as the two of us, we both really enjoy it. And you know what? We get busy. We forget about stuff just like anybody in the world, but
you gotta love people in this industry. People are fun. We
all right,
we
guys.
are salespeople, but we're actually service. And we just want you to know that we are looking out after our clients. And I don't know what else to say to that.
Yep. It kicked me out for a second on sound. I had to answer my phone and pulled my earbuds off. So anyway, you guys get the deal. You know what we're doing. You understand service. Is there anything else we're forgetting, Jeremiah? We're at that time where we're going to lose people.
I don't think so.
Awesome. Well, it's another week of Talk Fort Dodge, and we look forward to seeing you guys every Friday at 10. Watch it whenever you want, and we'll see you guys soon.
Bye.